I haven't done one of these in a really long time. And I look really rough today. I just life has been so busy. It's been the last couple of weeks of school, so I've just been trying to get everything turned in and done. And then, Thanksgiving happened and we went to go see my family, my parents, a couple different weeks. So it's just been messy. Life's been busy. And as you can tell, I've gained a little bit of weight. See it in my face. It's from all the holiday food, just packing on weight for the winter, but oh well. And work has been crazy busy, so really sorry that I haven't been, active and posting anything or doing any videos. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about either, my brain has just been mush with everything else that I've been working on, and it's just been a lot, honestly. And it's been up and down. I've had good days, I've had bad days, more bad than good, honestly. There's just been a lot going on, a lot happening. I'm sure the rest of you feel the same way. Everything has just been really messy this year, and it's been very complicated. Although I will say 2020 has been a very emotionally and mentally awakening year. Everyone in the world has sort of realized that everything fucking sucks, but we're all in this fucking shitty situation together, right? So everyone's been kind of, I guess, the nice people have been trying to stick together, and remind everyone that it's okay to go see people, and counselors are important, and living your life is it's just about surviving right now. And it's been nice to see that, and it's been nice to realize that I'm not the only one. And I've gone through a lot of emotional roller coasters this year of just trying to work through a lot of toxic patterns and behaviors I learned, and growing up, and a lot of toxic things that I've attached myself to, and letting go of those things, and really talking to my parents and my family, and working through a lot of things that I've learned and as a kid, and a lot of experiences that have happened to me growing up. And I'm sure, I don't know if all of you have been this way, but all year it's just kind of been like that. Just realizing, oh, here's where I'm fucked up. This is how it started. Let's work through that. And then it's the process of working through that. And then there's another, oh, hey, look, I'm fucked up here. Let's work through that. And just a lot of working through things. And recently I had some really good moments with my parents, of just a lot of me telling them this is what happened when I was a kid, and this happened in my teenage years, and this happened in my early adulthood, and this is how you responded, this is how I felt about it. And we've had a moment where they've apologized for reacting that way, and me explaining I definitely don't blame them, and things happen and it's totally okay, and that I know that they just did the best that I could. And for those of you who know me, know that and who've met my parents, know that my parents are, no one's parents are perfect, for sure. And my parents growing up were definitely not parents. It took a long time for them both to be parents, to realize that I was a person, I guess. And maybe not really a person, that I was a child, because I've always I've always had an opinion, and I've always been able to express that freely. And I think that's why, as an adult, I'm very opinionated and outspoken. Also makes me not be able to lie. Okay, I can't lie to save my life. If I lie, I start to stutter, I get all weird and jittery. I just can't lie. And I think that's because with my parents, I never had to lie. My parents were also more like friends in my teenage years than they were parents. But I know that they did the best that they could. And I know that they did everything they could for me at the time. I know that, I turned out the way I did because of that, and I appreciate them for doing their best and for doing what they could. And like I tell a lot of people when they say, oh, you're so mature for your age, I go, yeah, it's the childhood trauma. And it's a laugh and it's a joke, but I really do believe that childhood trauma matures you. The more you go through as a kid and what you have to learn to cope with definitely makes you more mature as an adult. And I'm not saying we should put our children, like our children, through traumatic experiences so that way they age faster, but definitely give them the things that we didn't have, but also give them coping skills to work with bad situations that we did have to deal with, so that way if they ever have to deal with something like that, they have the coping skills to, be able to work through it without resorting to drugs and alcohol and toxic patterns and behaviors. And, I'm trying to be a substance abuse counselor. That's what I'm going to school for right now. It has a lot to do with my childhood because both of my parents were on drugs while I was growing up. And a lot of the people around me were on drugs growing up. And addiction runs very heavy in my family. So I just wanted to know what made them that way. Why are they like that? How can I help them? And it's a little ironic because I drink and smoke and, what have you. But I'm not addicted or dependent for sure. But I mean, it's definitely, I just wanted to know. And before we moved to Arizona, I was in Utah, and in Utah, I was a communications major, and I really enjoyed that. But I dropped out because I got pregnant, so I couldn't really finish my degree because I was working 2 jobs and going to school when I got pregnant. So I ended up leaving one job and quitting school after the semester was over. So that was definitely a fault on my part. I should have just quit one job and then continued to go to school. That way, by the time Orion was born, it would have been fine. So I probably would have had to been closer to my degree, and it probably would have been a lot easier to go to school with a newborn than it is to go to school with a toddler. I mean, toddlers, they can entertain themselves, but newborns they sleep all the time, and it probably would have been way easier for me to do that. I also didn't have postpartum depression like right after having Orion. I was definitely nervous because he was in the NICU, and that's definitely stressful. It's stressful for anyone. Any mom or dad who's had a baby in the NICU, that shit is stressful. But I still should have stayed. But it's okay. I'm here now. There's no time for regrets. I'm doing school. I'm a substance abuse counseling major now, and so it's more like a school to career kind of job, like nursing, I guess, or like a trade school. So you just it's a certificate. So I'm going to this school that's accredited by, the state, and like federal funding and stuff like that. And so I am taking all these courses. When I graduate, I'll have an applied associate's degree that I can just jump right into a career with, which will be great. Or I can go to another school and get like a bachelor's degree in something that's like related, and then maybe get like a better job, which is still it's an idea. However, I hate school, hate it. And math is like the worst thing in the entire world for me. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, when in the world am I ever gonna need to solve for x? Like, when am I ever gonna need to know the order of operations or know the fucking area of a semicircle? I'm never gonna need that. I'm never gonna need that. I hate it. Fucking hate it. I hate it so much. It's the worst. So I have like friends who help me. My husband helps me. Like, it's rough. It's a rough time. School is rough. Math is rough. But that's why I haven't done any of these in a long time. I still haven't figured out how to do it on my computer. I'm gonna be honest with you though, I haven't really tried. I bet if I actually sat down and tried, I could figure it out, but I'm lazy. So I just haven't. I also haven't worked out lately, which is another thing that makes me lazy. I haven't counted any calories. I haven't done anything. So I've gained a lot of weight. A lot of weight. Even if I was gaining weight, it's not like toned. It's just kind of there. It's just like, and I gain weight like in my face and then like my lower body. So like my lower belly and then my ass, hips, and thighs all gain that weight. So the top half of me looks fine, you know? It's like, all right, yeah. You can kind of tell, but like not really, you know? Whole bottom half of me though, yeah, you can definitely see it. And then certain angles on my face, you can see it. This is because I have like a long face. So yeah, it's just, you can like see it in my face when I gain any weight. Which is really shitty because like my husband's Christmas party is on Saturday. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to be like, hey guys. And I'm like, wow, your wife has gained a lot of weight. And it's going to be awful. It's going to be a bad time for me. So, I don't know what to do. Just wear a big, huge, ginormous sweater, I guess. Lots of layers. Blame it on the layers. Try not to wear tight clothes. I don't know. Dominic says I haven't gained any weight, but I think he's full shit. No idea. Sorry guys, I'm also working. And sorry. Yeah, I'm also working, so I'm trying to like make sure I don't miss any calls or anything. We're kind of slow right now. We were really busy towards like the beginning of the month and like November. That was just because you know, the holidays were always busy in November. Holidays are coming up and it just gets a little crazy. But then right now we're starting to slow down a little bit just because everyone's out shopping. So most of the calls we get are just like, hey, I'm missing this reward, or hey, can you check the balance of the blah 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 blah. So yeah, that's just been my life, you know. And also, I have my window open because the weather's been really nice here in Arizona, you know, like this high 60s, which I know a lot of people are like, we were high 60s like months ago. Okay, well, I live in Arizona. This is the hottest state in the United States. Okay, it has to be. And I live in Lake Havasu City. I don't know if you guys have ever looked it up, but like Havasu City is like the hottest fucking city that's populated. Okay, because like Death Valley is obviously hotter, but like the most populated, hottest city in fucking the United States. Okay, we get to like 120 something degrees during the summer. Shit gets hot. We have 2 seasons. We have summer, hot as fuck, okay, and then like fall. Okay, we don't have a winter. We have a fall where the coldest we get at night could be like 30. Yeah, it's hot as fuck here. So this is where I live. Sorry. Nothing grows here either. I can't get anything to live. I've never been able to get anything to live. I've never been a grower, gardener, have the green thumb, okay? Never. Everything I ever touch dies. You know, that's plants. That's plants. And so living here is just worse. We're thinking about moving back to Utah, like southern Utah. Just because my dad lives there, and I have a brother and sister that live there. They're young, they're like teenagers. because my dad got remarried to someone who was younger than him when I was like 13 or something. But yeah, that's just what's been going on with my life. That's why I haven't posted anything or done anything or you know. So I'm really sorry for everyone who follows me or subscribes or whatever, and you're like waiting for some inspirational whatever. I'm sorry. Hopefully I'll get back into it, because I really enjoy just talking and rambling and, you know, just like trying to be some sort of hope or whatever to other people, and, you know, what have you. I also like to think that I give great advice, but, you know, how am I supposed to give my advice if I'm not doing these videos? You know, everyone else I give my advice to in person doesn't give a fuck, so, you know, whatever. But that's why I haven't done any of these. And I just wanted to, like, make everyone aware, and now I'm getting a call. So that's the end of this video. Thanks, guys.